Talks on resolving the logjam over Brexit continue. AP's Charles de Ledesma has more.
One of the most intense days in the long-running Brexit trade negotiations has started with little good news about any progress, with Britain and the EU seemingly still stuck on the same issues that have dogged the standoff for months. The EU's Michel Barnier held a pre-dawn briefing with ambassadors of the 27 member states to see if a deal is still possible with London ahead of the January 1 deadline, but has no news of a breakthrough, while Irish Foreign Minister Simon Coveney says Barnier's message was very downbeat. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
The EU Monday took on powers to punish human rights abusers anywhere in the world through the new sanctions regime, though the new sanctions regime would only take effect with unanimous approval by member states. Foreign ministers approved the EU Action Plan on Human Rights and Democracy, which would be used in cases such as torture, slavery, or systematic sexual violence. The new framework would allow the EU to identify rights abusers and freeze their assets in Europe and ban them from traveling to the bloc. But these must be serious violations, and the final decision is left to the discretion of member states. A car bomb attack wounded at least 35 people, including women and children, in Afghanistan's Kandahar province early Monday. Provincial officials said the attacker used a mini truck to carry out the assault near police headquarters. 15 civilians became victims of the attack, along with several police officers, operatives of Afghanistan's intelligence agency, the National Directorate of Security, and the district police chief, Abdul Wadud. The United States, the European Union, and more than a dozen Latin American countries said Monday they would not recognize the results of a parliamentary election in Venezuela, which saw allies of President Nicolas Maduro win a majority. Just a third of 20 million eligible voters participated in Sunday's election, the Electoral Council said early Monday, less than half the turnout rate in the previous congressional elections in 2015. The opposition had boycotted the vote, calling it a farce meant to consolidate a dictatorship. With a COVID-19 vaccine perhaps just days away in the United States, the hardest hit country in the world, health officials warn Americans this is still no time to let their guard down as cases surge. AP's Julie Walker reports.
An FDA advisory panel is scheduled to take up a request Thursday to authorize emergency use of Pfizer's vaccine. Vaccinations could begin just days later, but initial supplies will be rationed, and shots are not expected to become widely available until the spring. So health experts like Dr. Deborah Birx, the White House coronavirus response coordinator, say only we can save us from this current surge by wearing masks and social distancing. The virus is blamed for over 280,000 deaths in the U.S. Yesterday, 2,254 people died, according to a tally by Johns Hopkins. I'm Julie Walker.
Italy's Interior Minister, Luciana Lamorgese, discovered during a cabinet meeting Monday that she had coronavirus, forcing her to abandon the gathering hastily, political sources say. Lamorgese is asymptomatic and tested positive after undergoing a routine swab before the cabinet, one of many she has taken in recent months, a source in her office said. Lamorgese returned home and will remain there in isolation while continuing to work. Monday, Greece extended its coronavirus lockdown measures to January 7th, citing the slow impact of restrictive measures announced a month ago. The shutdown affects schools, restaurants, clubs, courts, and most professional sports. There is also a ban on travel between geographical regions. Incoming travelers must self-quarantine for 10 days. At least one person has died and 200 others have been hospitalized due to an unidentified illness in the southern Indian state of Andhra Pradesh, reports said Monday. Patients have experienced symptoms ranging from nausea and anxiety to loss of consciousness, doctors said. Former President Nicolas Sarkozy told a French court Monday that he had never engaged in corruption and that he was the victim of lies. Sarkozy is on trial for charges of trying to bribe a judge and influence peddling, among several charges that threaten to disgrace his decades-long political career.